Today we are here at Busch Gardens Tampa and we're going to ride some roller coasters. We've been here once before. Luckily we ran into a friend of ours who's kind of able to show us the ropes, but this is our first time here, just the two of us. I think we did every ride last time, but I can't remember, but we definitely have a couple that we have to re-ride today because the coasters here are so good. Oh, there's some cool dioramas here of some of the rides in one of these shops close to the entrance here. Ooh, it's giving us a glimpse of what's to come. How would I describe Busch Gardens? Busch Gardens is kind of like SeaWorld, but on land. They have a whole kind of safari vibe here. They have a bunch of animals roaming out. They have what I would call the second greatest open area zoo outside of obviously Animal Kingdom. And then they have some awesome, intense roller coasters, just like SeaWorld Orlando does. The one cool thing about this park is they give the animals a lot of area to roam, but then they have these windowed areas where you can actually get really close and see them right up close and personal. As much as we love seeing the animals around here, we do come here for the coasters. This is where we get our big, intense coaster fix. We're gonna head over to the Egypt part of the park, where they have 3 awesome coasters: Montu, Cobra's Curse, and Cheetah Hunt. One thing to know about Busch Gardens is it is worth it to pay for a locker. The nice thing is you can pay for a locker that you can switch locations as well. So you get it for the whole day, and then you can pick your bags up, move them to the next coaster or whatever you're gonna ride, and then move it the rest of the day. It is $12 for an all-day pass, which in our opinion is totally worth it. We decided to start with a pretty intense one, Montu, for our first ride of the day. The coasters here are kind of a different deal compared to Universal and especially Disney. There's nothing that compares to Montu that are at either of the parks. Maybe the Hulk, I guess?
The Hulk's similar.
Yeah, the Hulk's pretty similar. But yeah, a lot of inversions, it got the blood flowing, woke us up this morning. Aw, look at this little guy having the best time with his toy. And this sloth is having none of it right now. There's tons of cool birds here. I'm not really a bird guy, I'm not sure what I'm looking at, but they are all very beautiful. Here's a little guy just hanging out. I feel like I'm in Harry Potter and the glass is gonna disappear. Uh-oh, the wildlife's escaped. We came upon that Animal Connections area kind of by accident, but that was super cool to walk through. A lot of unique birds, snakes, lizards, lemurs. That was awesome. Saw some wildlife. I think it's time for us to ride another coaster. One of our favorite coasters that we've ever been on is actually in this park, Iron Gwazi. I think we're gonna hit that one up next. If you haven't seen it or ridden it, you should at least watch a point of view on YouTube. or if you get the chance to come here, you have to ride it. Even though it is super intimidating to look at, it is so fun. Velocicoaster is still my number one coaster, but Iron Gwazi is Ryan's number one. There she is. Look at that insane drop. It's literally straight down.
Welcome back, Ryan. We hope you enjoyed it.
Man, that is one good coaster. I would even say, I think it's a little bit more intense than Velocicoaster.
Oh, it definitely is more intense than Velocicoaster. The G-force is way more intense.
And that drop, that like pretty much vertical drop down right off the bat is insane. The only reason why I personally like Velocicoaster more is just for the theming. But
Correct.
this coaster is...
The one thing Gwazi I find is missing is some music playing while you're on it.
That's right, but I honestly, it was so intense I didn't even think about it.
That is true.
This ride was especially hilarious because the girl in front of us blacked out on the first drop, and it was so funny to watch her head loll around. Oh, that ride is too good. We got to do it at least one more time this trip. One downside about Busch Gardens is the food here is really expensive. And if you thought Disney or Universal food was expensive, you're in for a rude awakening. We just got what I would describe as a personal pizza, like an individual sized pizza for, it was like 18 bucks American. And that's on par with everything. One nice thing is, at least if you come here, you get quite the view as you eat. A little Busch Gardens hack for you is, this is a quite hot park. There is not a lot of AC areas, and honestly the AC in some of the shops and stuff isn't great anyways. But if you go into the restaurants, some of them have those pop machines and you can get water for free. So don't worry about buying water here. You can fill your bottle up anywhere at any of these pop machines. Sucks is one of our favorite coasters here, is down at the moment. Hopefully it opens up later and we get a chance to ride her again. Another thing to know about Busch Gardens is that their app does not show wait times, or if it does, I haven't been able to figure out where. But if you go to Thrill Data's website, you can get live wait times on there. So as long as you have data in the park, which it has free Wi-Fi, you can pull up the wait times and see what everything is around the whole park. Overall, Busch Gardens is a fun park. Is it Disney or Universal? No, but as long as you don't go in expecting that, then you'll have a really good time. You can tell the theming's not quite as good. It's a little bit more disorganized. The signage around the park definitely isn't as good, but it is still a really fun time. The coasters here are awesome. It is fun just to walk around and see the animals. The shows are pretty good as well, and it is obviously less busy than those parks, which is also a plus. Now we're going to do something we didn't get a chance to do before. We're going to go on the little gorilla trek through the Mayombe Reserve and see some apes. Well, unfortunately, the gorilla part of the gorilla trek was down. I think they're doing refurbs there. At least we did get to see the chimps, which was nice. And the nice part about here, too, they don't force the animals out in the open. So if they wanted to be inside, they could. But we got lucky, and we saw a bunch of them out roaming around. Lucky bastard getting to lay in that water right now. I would kill for that. Ooh, speak of the devil. Looks like we got a little mist of our own. It's looking like there's some dark clouds coming in here, so maybe we should go hit a couple more roller coasters before things potentially get shut down. Damn, Falcon Fury, the drop ride looks intense. We're big Dr. Doom guys. We always tout big things, so maybe we'll have to give this one a go. So we were just about to ride Falcon's Fury. We were literally the next one that was going to go, and on the one previous, something fell off as we were watching it. And it had to shut down for some maintenance. Maybe this is a sign that we should skip that one. Maybe we'll come back after it's gone through a couple new ride-throughs and we know that everything will be safe on it. Instead, let's keep exploring. Let's head to the back end of the park where rides like Kumba and Tigris, whatever the hell it's called, is at. Ooh, the last time we were here, the water ride, Congo River Rapids, wasn't running. This time it is, so maybe we'll have to go give that a try. Well, in normal due fashion for our trip this time, we were in line for the Congo River Rapids and lightning in the area shut it down. The downside, even more so than Epic Universe with Busch Gardens here, is that every ride when there's lightning in the area is shut down. So we'll go check out some animals. No tiger. Okay, rain, or the potential of rain and lightning in the area, is the downfall of this park. Literally everything shuts down. Obviously all of the rides, because they're all outdoor rides. All of the animal exhibits that they have shut down. We weren't able to go see some of the birds. Yeah, this park, it's funny being a Florida park where there is obviously rain all the time. It completely kills this park. Lucky for us, it does look like some blue skies are on the way, so we should be able to get back to some rides and seeing the rest of the animals. We got about 3 hours left here, so fingers crossed the rest of the day here turns out all right. Overall impressions of this park. It is a fun park. If you luck out and get a day that is completely sunny, zero rain in the forecast, you're going to have a good time, especially if you're a coaster enthusiast. If you are here on the majority of days in Florida that have even a little bit of rain, just be prepared to sit around at some point to wait for the rain to pass. Grab a bite to eat, chill on a bench, whatever, get some rest. It will pass and then you'll be able to go again. But there's definitely a lot less to do than at Disney and Universal parks. So I would have a hard time if I had young kids bringing them here. Yes, there is a Sesame Street area, which is neat, but I mean, there's not enough to satisfy them. But I think this park was pretty much made, or at least turned into, a coaster enthusiast park. Oh my god, okay. Falcon's Fury is one fun ride. We thought we liked drop rides, and I mean, okay, we still do, but this takes it to a whole other level. Raises you all the way up, and then tilts you forward at the end to drop you all the way back down.
Alrighty, Falcon's Fury is the biggest drop ride I've ever been on. That was quite exhilarating. I've never been on a drop ride before that actually faces you down. And yeah, that was a new experience, and I actually had a blast. I thought I wouldn't like it as much as I did, so.
Yeah, that was. I'm happy we did it.
Yeah, me too.
We were contemplating not.
I almost didn't go on it, so.
That was good. Okay, the blood's pumping again from Falcon's Fury. Let's go do another coaster. Would you rather do SheiKra or Tigress?
I think Tigress.
Man, Tigress is crazy. If you've been to SeaWorld Orlando, it's like Icebreaker, but on steroids. It is a wild ride. All it is just one massive loop with corkscrews in it as well, and you just go backwards and forwards, flying around this loop. It is fun, but it is crazy.
All right, we're gonna go on SheiKra. It's the one ride. I have been on it, but it scares me every time, and I think the reason it's so scary to me is because the track is so big in front of you. It just gives me almost like a vertigo feeling, and it just freaks me out, but I'll give it another whirl. It is fun once I'm on it. So.
I love that one. I'm ready for it. Hey guys, we got TJ and David here with Relaxing Reality.
Yo, how's it going, guys?
So, is this your first time at the park?
Very first time at,
Oh, wow.
I was going to say Hershey Park. We're always at Hershey Park.
Yeah.
First time at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay, and what an amazing place this is. Now, not all the coasters were open for us today,
Yeah.
but we got to go on Iron Gwazi and SheiKra, and Montu was incredible. That was the best B&M that we've ever been on.
Yeah,
so
that one's good.
What an
It's fun.
awesome experience, and I'm glad we got to be here.
Yeah. Do you guys coaster people then?
We are,
Yeah.
well, me and him are. My wife and my daughter are not. So
Oh,
they're
yeah.
in doing some shopping and stuff while
Nice.
we had a coaster day here, just the two guys. So.
Good call, because this is a coaster park.
Yeah,
so.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, it was nice meeting you guys.
Yeah, you guys too.
See you guys later.
Good one. Make sure to follow them. Relaxing Reality. Well, we might have another storm looming, so it looks like the rides are shutting down, and we only have about an hour until park close. So that might be our trip to Busch Gardens. Luckily, after the first storm that passed through, cleared out a lot of people. So everything in the last couple hours has been walk-on, which is so nice. The lines here don't move the quickest. The rides don't have the highest ride capacity. So on a hot day with no rain, it could probably get long. But on a day like today, it was perfect. Final thoughts on Busch Gardens. It's a fun park. If you have an extra day in your trip, you should come. One of the nice things too is if you're in Orlando for the parks, they do actually offer a free shuttle to and from Orlando from a bunch of different locations, which makes it obviously easy to get here. And yeah, you just get to spend the day. If you're coaster people, this is the park to go to. As much as we love the rides at Universal and Disney, which I mean overall are definitely better, but they don't have the max thrills that they do have here.
It almost feels like when you go on these types of coasters, it almost dulls some of the other rides and the less intense coasters in some of the other parks, but it's still, at least for me,
Yeah.
but it still is a blast. Like, I love coming here just for the intensity of the rides.
Yeah.
So.
We go to Universal and Disney more for the theming of the areas, and then here for the intense thrills that we're looking for. One day of big thrills. You can definitely feel, though, that it is a different vibe than Disney and Universal on a
Definitely.
whole level. Again, from the theming all the way to the, I'll say, the professionalism. We just got sidetracked because some timeshare guy tried to pull us over and we automatically won. You don't get that at Disney and Universal. So there's aspects of that at this park that I don't like. The ride queues and lines are not as organized. It's a little bit more of a free-for-all at certain areas. They charge you up the wazoo for food, and you have to pay for lockers, and yada, yada, yada. There's little things like that. Are they a deal breaker? No, but it makes you appreciate the big parks a little bit more.
Definitely. It does feel a little nuanced, but it's still a good time, so.
Well, that was our day at Busch Gardens. Thanks a lot for joining along.
We had a blast.
If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to drop a like. And if you like theme park content, please make sure to subscribe for more videos coming from Disney, Universal, and beyond.
And you can follow us on our Instagram at Canuck Park Hopper.
We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.